Welcome back, everyone. We're going to finish out with a quick video on the Mongols that kind of just wraps everything up. So we want to kind of think about the world the Mongols disrupt as they build this massive empire, again, the largest contiguous empire in world history. And we see it stretched across Eurasia, so from Eastern Asia and China all the way to Eastern Europe through Russia and up to kind of what is today Poland and things like that. And then also across, places like Iraq and into the Middle East. So massive empire and a very diverse empire. Now, at this point, prior to the Mongols, there's been some connections that have happened within these different regions, just from different political rules, but also we saw a big one with religion. So Christianity helps unite the European feudal kingdoms. Islam spreads all over, kind of Dar al-Islam. And then finally we started to see Buddhism move into East Asia a little bit as well, kind of unifying a lot of these areas. But we didn't, and there's been some trade, the Silk Road, there's been trade, but nothing on the level that the Mongols are going to create under kind of the one imperial banner. So the Mongols are big into promoting trade. The Silk Road had existed before, but kind of the fracturing of some of these empires and stuff had made it less utilized. Well, the Mongols really want trade to happen because that's how they end up making a lot of their money. The Mongols still don't produce a whole lot. They just like to tax things that are being produced within their borders. And the more trade you have, the more production you're going to have, the more taxes can take place. So what the Mongols would do, they love destroying stuff, so they may as well put it to some economic benefit. They would actually look at some parts of the trade route that, wasn't maybe economically efficient to have part of the trade. They had pretty much just wiped that city off the map so that people would use more of the main kind of thoroughfares of the Silk Road. They're also going to subsidize the merchants around their empire. So they would pay more than a merchant was asking for stuff to get them to kind of set up shop within their empire. They're going to give tax breaks to merchants to kind of boost the trades. These are the things we see, and people debate today in modern day, the West, how much government support should we be giving the business of? The Mongols were doing this back in the 1300s. They also are going to kind of standardize weights and measurements. And when you standardize over such a large area, that makes people trust the trade. It's also going to be a practice that people are going to apply even after the Mongol Empire goes away. And that kind of makes more of an equitable trade. When people trust the trade they're doing, you're going to have more trade taking place. The travel was really safe to travel in the Mongolian Empire. I mean, certainly by the standards of the 14th century, it was really, really safe. And a big part of that is it's a really bad idea to make the Mongols mad because they'll kind of just show up and wipe out your entire town if they think you've been messing stuff up. So it's a pretty low, you don't see the bandits and that kind of stuff that we saw or seen in Europe at the same time. So that, again, is going to lead to more trades. And again, because the Mongols are mobile, they're all on horseback, really leads to a lot of quick response to big and bad choice in the Mongol Empire. Because it's so safe to travel, we see some people do it. And the most famous people is going to be Marco Polo. He's from Italy. And Ibn Battuta is from Morocco, which is in northwestern Africa. And they're going to travel through the Mongolian Empire. And Marco Polo will get an audience with Kublai Khan. And they're going to then write about their stories. And once they write about it, that's going to send more and more people wanting to travel, more and more people wanting to trade, all things that help the Mongols make more money. So as we close out with the Mongols, things that we kind of just want to really focus and think about. They help unify some of these areas. We see them unify Russia and China, and they'll stay unified after the Mongols leave. They're going to kind of unify bureaucratically a lot of these areas. They're going to spread a lot of these communication ideas, the writings, the keeping things in touch. They set up a relay system to get stuff from across relatively quickly. They would set up all these different stations, about a day's ride apart. They're also going to be big into trade. We just talked about the Silk Road and how they kind of streamlined and promoted merchants. All this technology from all over the empire now is going to be used as they send people around the empire. They take that information with them, cultural transfer. We got Muslims and Christians and Buddhists, and they're all communicating together. The Silicon Valley of the 14th century. So this is our final video on the Mongols. We'll close it out there. Hopefully these have helped you with your notes.